177.
Yeah. We back? All right, guys. Yeah, just technical fun stuff here in the studio, running some live stuff. Real quick, just so you guys know, we are recording all of this so that we can edit it and then publish it. So if we have some interruptions or you miss stuff, don't worry. We're going to have it ready for you, and you guys can catch up. You're going to be able to get that on Gateway to Airguns and their social media, as well as the forum. So all of this stuff will be published once we're done. So we have some breaks or breakups or whatever. You're not going to miss a thing. You can always go watch it later. So we were talking about the sniper and the fact that it's just a standard old lever action, not regulated. It's really just a solid performing air gun that looks really pretty badass, Angie. I mean, what you say?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's the fact that from 177 all the way up to 50 cal.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes in all those calibers, and Evanix really does one thing. Well, they do a lot of things really well. One of them happens to be their barrels. They make really good barrels, and so that's a 30 cal, and that one is pushing right around 100 foot-pounds. So their stuff is built for power. It always has been, and you maybe have to give up a tiny little bit of that sort of match accuracy to get that kind of power, but their stuff's built for power. And it delivers. So that's a 100 foot-pound 30 caliber, and you're looking at 200 plus foot-pounds when you go to the 40 and 50. So just awesome guns. We got them at the pro shop for 30 cal. I skipped the 35 because I thought, why? And then went to the 45 and 50. The 50s are almost sold out. We have a couple 45s left. So those are going very quickly. If you like that kind of a product, just check it out. Now, the other things that Evanix does really well are just their single shot Rex line. And if you guys are familiar with like the Gammo TC, and I know you've taken some deer with your 45, that's based off the Rex. In fact, Evanix makes those guns. So that is just a solid performing, reliable system. I know you really like it. Why don't you tell me what you like about it?
The power, accuracy. They're just really fun to shoot. And this right here is a perfect size. I mean, I'd climb up into.
Yes?
Nope.
Okay, carry on. See if I can figure it out.
So climbing up into a stand with this, because I'm up in a tree, some of the guns are really long.
Yeah.
The door is only this big. So these would be quite convenient just to get up in there with and take a deer. And generally my feeder is about 35 yards from my stand. So
Yeah.
perfect distance. So.
Well, and that's like the long Rex variant. So what we have here at the pro shop are actually the shorter variants.
Backpacker right
Angie?
Yeah.
Tasting.
We're just switching mics out. Be just a minute. This is really good because this is going to give Cheryl some editing for her to work these little bugs out so that when we go back and publish these little beautiful segments of technical fun, you won't catch them. So you catch them live, which is always part of the fun. Now, how's her mic now?
Check. Good. You hear me?
All
Sweet.
Right. Okay. So you were talking about the backpacking benefits because of the size.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I do have a little something special to talk about with these new guns, okay? So this gun actually comes with a little pistol tank, but you can also put a rifle tank on it, and you can also put a bottle on it. I'm pointing at people. I don't want to do that.
And you don't need to degas the tank before you switch it out.
You do not. So it's super easy. There is a little set screw under here. You take the rail off, take the set screw out so that you can take this off.
So you could buy like 5 or 6 tanks,
You
stick them
can.
in your backpack, and you're good for the whole day.
But here's the cool thing, because we've done a few changes. Like this used to do about 180 foot-pounds. Now, I mean, come on, folks. 180 foot-pounds in this in a 50 cal, right? That's a lot, okay? But now, we actually call it the last resort variation, which we have this that comes with the rifle tank. We're pushing 220 foot-pounds with a 336 grain slug. I tested that this morning, which is just devastating. I mean, that is that big, and it's pushing 220 foot-pounds.
So what's the distance accuracy with that one?
With that type of velocity, I would think 35, 40 yards, easy for killing
Perfect.
accuracy. I mean, you could be in your deer stand with that and
Yep.
take a deer.
That would be lovely.
Now, when you
So am I going to get one?
I don't know if we have any left. I mean, they're selling out very quickly. We had, I mean,
I'll test it for you, Rick.
I'm sure you will. With the bottle, that's going up to like 240 plus foot-pounds. So you're talking, I mean, that's just a
That's
ton
exciting.
of energy in this. Now we take this, the same bottles, right? And this is the rifle. Now, we have a few of the older ones left. I grabbed one of those and just threw one of our new tanks on it just to see what it would do. And with the new tank, with the bottle, we're doing over 300 foot-pounds in that.
Sweet.
So when you're looking at that little package, and we put an ATN night vision scope because we're thinking hogs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how cool would that be? That's 300 foot-pounds. And it is slick, and it's light, and it's very compact. I mean, that is something you can take in your deer stand very easily.
Little hands. Carrying this is super easy.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way around. It's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, what I've actually done is use paracord and actually make a little loop here, and then tie here to make a sling. So you make a place to hook a sling up to it.
I still like the option of just being able to grab it and go because you never know. You really never know what's going to happen.
So those are the Rex lines.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So you said you have some old ones.
Yeah.
Is the price going to be different on the old ones?
Well, we have like 4 or 5 of the old ones. It's not like we have a whole bunch of them. So I would be willing to, if people were saying, hey, give me the high power tank, who wouldn't say that, right? I have a whole bunch of these. I ordered like an extra 20 of these because if you have an old Rex, 45 or 50, you just change this and now you've got the high power Rex. You don't have to do anything to your gun.
Yeah.
Now, there are some really old ones that may need a new hammer. Guess what we have also? New hammers. So if you need that, we actually have the parts so you can do that conversion. And we're getting, 25% increase in performance, which is significant. I mean, when you have this, which according to power levels would be legal to hunt with in Texas, that's impressive. That's pretty cool. Last couple things we'll talk about. They brought also back the Max ML. For a little bit of time there, Evanix was really focused on the semi-automatic market, and I understand that has a lot of pizzazz and fun. And they are fun to shoot, but they do require a lot of maintenance. And there's wear components. There's the sears banging because of that hammer so hard, they do wear out. You do need to replace them. The hammer springs also need to be replaced. So there's maintenance and wear consumables in those guns. You have to really be willing to take them apart and do that work fairly regularly to keep them in top operating condition. Some people don't mind that. Some people think that's a big to-do. I don't have a preference either way. If I'm going to shoot semi-automatic, I just assume I'm going to have maintenance to do. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts that are hitting really hard. I expect that I'm going to need to be in the gun once in a while to swap some parts out.
Well, with the Evanix, it's really not that difficult. Corey walked me through it, and I was like, wow, this is super simple.
Very easy. For example, their semi-automatic trigger is just a cartridge. It's just 2 pins, and the whole trigger assembly comes out. You can rebuild it, pop it back in. It is designed to be very modular and very easy to work on. So I personally like the semi-autos. I know the 30 is probably my favorite, whether it's the bullpup or the long gun. I think I prefer the rifle to the bullpup personally. But those work really well. But my favorite of Evanix just is their old side lever stuff. Hold on just a second. My favorite is their old side lever stuff because it just is so reliable. It just works and works and works. The old Rainstorms, the old Max MLs, and they had a reissue of the Max ML, which is what we have right here. And this is available also in that same 177 up to 50 caliber if you want to go 50
That's
cal.
awesome.
And it's magazine fed. So this is a 22, and it just works great. It's got a wonderful trigger system, and sometimes bullpups struggle in kind of delivering that sort of organic, connected feel to the trigger. You get that with this. You actually feel the first stage, feel the second stage. It's a very crisp break. I like that. It is adjustable on top of all of that. But I love the wood stock. I love the simplicity of the styling. They've moved the cocking lever over here. It's got a cam system, so when you cock it, okay, you actually, oh, it was really easy that time. Let's go try to show you something. Okay, so I want you, I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, so when you close it, you hear that click?
Yeah.
Listen for that click, because that makes sure that the cam is all the way closed and that you're completely shut. Because if you don't, it may pop open a little bit. Okay, so you want to make sure you have that click. And once you hear that click, then you know you're good to go. And you can decock the gun very easily. And the safety is super easy to find too. So that is available in 177, 22, 25, 30, 45, and 50. And we picked them up. I think I got this in small bore this time around because I want to see how they do. So we got some in at least 22 and 25. Trying to remember if I got any in 30 or not. But I got the snipers in 30. So this is really what the new Evanix looks like. I got another gun back up here, which if you look at it, it looks nearly the same. Right? This looks like identical, but this is actually, you can see a little different in the styling. This is actually semi-automatic. So they took the same sort of semi-automatic system they had in the airspeed that you have,
Yep.
and modified it to this new system, and simplified the operation as well. So it's a little bit more simple, and the styling's a little different.
Kind of pretty.
Yeah, this one is actually really pretty,
Mm-hmm.
and we have just a handful of these left. So we
It
have
has
those
different
on the
power settings.
It does. I think this one, actually both of these have variable power. If you can see there on the side.
Yep.
So you can dial those in, or whatever pellets
Yeah,
you want to run.
personalize your gun.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
I'm trying to remember what this was doing for power-wise, but we've got a range segment scheduled for Airgun Pro Shop, and we'll run some of this stuff over the Crony and just see what we're getting. But I think that'll be pretty fun. I know this shoots very accurately, so that's going to be a fun gun to take on out of the range for sure.
You also carry the Hawk optics, and they have various types and sizes because you don't want a big, huge optic on a bullpup like this. So them carrying different sizes and various types of optics, and you have some of them.
We do. We actually carry the full line of Hawk optics. If we don't stock some of the real high-end stuff, we don't stock, but we can have it drop shipped to you. So it's very easy. If you guys want glass on your gun, we can absolutely do it. The other real quick thing, what we'll do for you guys, if you want to do it, this is really Evanix, but I'll just throw it in for Airgun Pro Shop as well, is we have a 100-yard range. So if you say, Rick, I want a 30 cal sniper, I want it set up with an ATN scope, and I want it sighted at 75 yards. Well, we can do that for you. Look, we charge for our time and our work. It's an hourly rate. We do have some flat rate stuff that we do for folks, but we are a pro shop, and we bring these guns in to provide them at that level. So I hope that you guys have learned a little bit more about Evanix products, and I hope that you guys will go to the website, check them out. And these are brand new. We just got these in before the expo, so I haven't had a lot of time to really play with them, but I'm going to be playing with them, and then we're going to be putting out some videos so you guys can see exactly what these guns can do. So I'm excited about that. For now, I guess that's it.
Yep.
For Evanix Airguns. If you want to know more, check out www.airgunproshop.com. You can always email us right from the site. I'm happy to do whatever I can to answer the questions you may have. This is the day 3, the first studio segment of day 3 for Airgun Expo. And remember that Airgun Expo is brought to you by Gateway Airguns and also Airguns of Arizona. Guys, we're going to reset for our next studio segment. Thanks for watching.
See ya.